What's up, guys? So, as we already know, jump right into it. I'm I'm gonna be honest. I'm a bit tired today. I might be a little bit quiet. I also have some stuff to read over before I head out later this day. But overall, overnight sell off. Right? Remember when we were talking about that morning range yesterday? Same thing. Just broke through. Started selling off completely. So that's something to be aware of. Let's see if we can finally recover. Kind of odd to see that we're not recovering, considering the fact that, let's just be like, the Fed said they're going to keep the rates low. Should help people buy more, but instead we have a nice sell-off. And obviously this is part of trading, right? Even though you think one thing, the other thing can happen. So that's why, just gotta pay attention all the time. Morning, Mustafa. Yeah, pretty much a tech sell-off. Even my swing position for ARKK, the ARK ETF, it's about to take me out right at market open for right around break even. I think down a couple of dollars. I guess pre-market kind of just a dive. As we can see, futures took a big dive. We have about 2 minutes to market open. Again, these resistance levels are already hit. The bounce happened, so I'm not going to go for them. I'll be just looking for price action today and seeing if I can just get some scalp plays in. And as always, I will always have my algo on the other screen, waiting for those. Sorry, that was just my thinker swing. I forgot to turn. Yep. My position on ARKK got taken out. Futures, we'll give it the first couple. Touch it. First 15 minutes, I like to sit aside unless I see a nice alert. Let it sit on the side. I'll be pretty quiet today. I'm exhausted. And I have a lot to do today. Let's see if we can continue this sell-off from the overnight session. We pretty much just broke through every key level that we had, right? Boom, broke through. Next one, broke through. Next one, through. Now it's like, now it would be a nice time to finally come back up, but we'll see what happens today. the morning create itself. We'll go for the same strategy again. Let it break out once, pull back down, break out second time. That's when we get in. If it decides to just push through completely, that's okay. That's not part of our game plan, so can't hit them all. And first 15 minutes, you won't see me trade. Thanks, Warren. Good luck to you too, man. Nice little pump. Good to see in the first 5 minutes. We haven't had that for a while. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm super exhausted. long at 29.75. Okay, see how that plays out. Got long right here. Kind of hit that resistance level. Back just a little bit, but we should. Let's see how it plays out. Me personally, I don't see any confirmation for a reversal just yet. So, and I'd rather just wait the first 15 minutes. But hopefully you win big. Let's see how it plays out. We're trying to create a new high volume node today, right here around 33.975. So we will see if price wants to reverse or finally push through. We cut through all the low volume nodes. The other high volume node here around 33.41. That's all potential, right? seeing it far. Kind of have to sit and wait, right? Delta pushed up, trying to plateau here. Potential short position for me on this move right here. Since I created the high volume node, kind of bouncing back off of it, bouncing off of level. As long as it can hold, I might consider getting short here pretty soon. So wait and see. My order down here, but I'm going to be dragging and dropping. I see price properly. It goes to daily resistance of 3250. I mean, if we can get a push to 3250, that would be pretty nice. That's a heavy. And right here would be our morning range, the top right. Let it break out, pull back in. If I want to get in for a scalp play, that's what I'll do. Price breaks below 33.2450. I want to get short, but only if it breaks in the candle or the next candle. After that, it's not worth the risk. That would be like a 6-point move, so Price is getting weaker here. High volume note of the day. Nice little reversal. The lows. That'd be nice. Right now, the trend is pretty much to the downside. We haven't got any confirmation of shift to the upside, even through price action. Price action is pretty weak. Breaks through. I want it to hit 33.1825. So I'm gonna give this till 9:55. This candle. If we don't break through, I'm canceling my position. Again, these two candles created our morning range. We're still trading inside of that morning range right now. We didn't break through yet. Right there. Broke through that morning range. Back down. Now just pushed up completely. Canceling my position on the short. Like I said, when we hopped on, if it doesn't pull back, can't get in for the second breakout, then it is what it is. But going for that second breakout always saves us from that initial loss that happens where it just touches the breakout point and then comes back down. We get screwed over. So to make the odds in our favor, we go for the second breakout, and that doesn't happen every day. And that's something we have to be okay with for reducing our risk level. That's nice, Dragon. Good stuff on the 5-tick scalp. Go for a quick bounce play. We do want to continue. Have to exhaust the buyers at some point here. 200 EMA, always a pretty good point. So we haven't touched it in a while, to be honest. You need the extra tick for commission. Yeah, man, commission blows. At least with stocks they took it out, but with futures, I don't think they'll ever take out commissions. Unless, Robinhood and all these other apps like Webull, all of them start saying, "Oh, we'll let you trade futures for free." Then that's when we'll see big shift to getting free trading overall. Because that's what happened initially, right? Robinhood came out, okay, it didn't have too much traction. All these big brokerages like TD Ameritrade, Schwab, there's so many more, but um they're all like, nah, it's nothing to worry about. It's just the little kids and stuff. But then started picking up some momentum, started making some market moves, and then a lot of people they started getting a lot of users. And they're like, okay, so we're missing out because like we're not offering free commission, and that's why they all started doing that. Schwab was the first one to take the leap. They said we're gonna do free commissions for stocks and ETFs, and then boom, less than 24 hours, all the other brokers just said, okay, we're doing the same. So if we can get one of these little startups to, you know, get into the futures game and make it free, that would be, because that would save us a lot, right? As a futures trader, like we pay a good amount in commissions all the time. Yeah, if you're going for like that 1 point, yeah, then with micros that'll be annoying. Well, that's the thing with micros, right? If you're going for a 1 point on micros, like I don't know if it would be worth it, right? Because like you're gonna be losing out on commissions, a good chunk, especially if you're just trading like one contract. Then it's good for practice to understand how to trade the markets, but I feel like micros, it's nicer to just swing them. It's like you can just capture the whole move and still get walk away with a couple $100 every single time. Good morning, Chris. Not really a fan of any of the movement happening at the moment. Haven't gotten into a trade yet. I'm just gonna do a quick little reading that I have to do. Watch the markets on the side for now, but today's gonna be a quiet morning for me. I won't be speaking. Too exhausted for it to be serious, right? I feel like the New York session's I mean, I guess since I've always just watched the New York session, I'm always comfortable with it. But then since you're watching the overnight session, you get more comfortable with that, and you start understanding the price movements that right Dragon. So it's like the difference of opinions, but it's whatever you're comfortable with at the end of the day, and whatever you're able to find profit in. If you're finding profit in the overnight session, Do it, man. Why should you give up your profits trying to chase something that you're not too familiar with or you don't feel comfortable? I like the New York session because everything's so rapid. I like that. The one thing about futures I like is that you get like instant fills. You're like in, out. Okay, I made my profit super quick. Sometimes like you're done so fast that you don't even have emotions for it, right? Sometimes if you're in a futures trade for a while, your emotions start to kick in. Hey, like what's this gonna do? Like we were talking about yesterday, right? Oh, let me just they were saying like yeah, let's just stop it out or whatever, right? But it's like you get that instant fill. That's what really brings you into the futures market. That's what really brought me into trading futures. I've mainly focused on stocks for a while and then started doing futures and I loved it. I thought the futures were a great way to trade. Because there's no spreads involved. Everything's instant. It's like that's like one of the biggest factors. With stocks and everything, you have to worry about spreads if you're especially doing like high frequency. Like spread will make a big difference for you, especially if trading like low float. But the fact that my trades, most of my scalps are like under a minute. Okay, like if I distract my mind for a minute, my orders fill. Like I don't even have to worry about it, right? And I think for newer traders, they never find out about futures until a while, and then once they do, they just like don't end up looking back. It's like with futures, you're like, oh, even if you have a small account, you can make big money. And it's not like you're risking crazy amount either. And it happens super fast. Like some people that are trading stocks and they start with their small accounts, it's gonna take a while. Is it possible to grow? Yeah, it is definitely. But it's just requires more patience and more time. But with futures, if you want to grow your account, you have the potential to do it a lot quicker. And if anybody's new today to watching the stream, please do subscribe. And if you're still here, make sure you always hit that like button. You know, I always appreciate that. Only takes a quick second. Pretty strong, right? The delta's not giving up. Prices getting just a little bit. Seems like we're continuing that trend though. Like right now, the chart's a little bit messy right now, but that overall trend looking like it's about to hit it. My order for the scalp is still sitting up there. Can push up, take it. Seems like it's actually getting. Let's see if we can get hit and just go for that 1 point scalp. It should take, with this market, it should take like less than 30 seconds. Kind of hit that 200 EMA and bounce back already. Kind of risk stay in this. Bring it all, you just pushed back, right? Pressure piling up here. Hit, and then get that 1 point. Filled. Got filled there. Looking for that 1 point right now. After a big pump like this, very normal for it to push back down a little bit. Not giving up. Filled. Okay. Order filled there, guys. Quick 100 for that. See, 5 orders. 40-second trade. I said 30 seconds. My bad. I was off by 10 seconds, but yeah, the 200 EMA, especially when it's like it hasn't like messed with it for a while. That first bounce is a quick scalp. Because like in this situation, going for the 200 EMA, perfect play. And I always go for the scalp off the 200 because I've loved it. Like even though it might just push through afterwards, I know that perfect push and little buffer always happens. Just from market experience, right? I don't mind getting short here as well at 54.25 because we kind of broke through it. We didn't really test it too much. So I might be okay with putting another scalp order right here. The only time I don't like to do that, like go for a I don't normally go for the second test, but since kind of just pushed through it completely, we might see act as a level now. Put it right there, quick 1 point again. Yeah, using the Weebwop to scalp is also another easy method. I've always just preferred the 200 EMA. The Weebwop, the EMA, 200 EMA, kind of pretty much similar. I've always just had more success with the 200 EMA, so that's why I kind of just stuck with it. I used to have the Weebwop up on the charts, but I took it out because I just didn't want too many on my chart. Because with the Weebwop, all your understanding is like how price is moving through volume, right? And if you understand how to read the volume graph, volume nodes, pretty much the same thing. You're pushing. What is happening? Doesn't seem strong level today. Get the sellers in. Let's push this back down. Come on. Get that 1 point. Buffer. On. Go. Go. Just more tick. Come on. Trying to mess with me. There we go. Another 100. Quick. Easy. Average trade time. 56 seconds. Quick 200 right there. This move. Just off. Want to go off of my support and resistance level. Pivots. Right. And worked out beautifully. Got me worried a little bit right there, though. You saw me get worried a little bit just because I don't normally go for the second test. I like to go for the first test, and obviously I don't go for it overnight, so only during the New York session. Bounced off perfectly, so not to the tick, but gave it that room. That's why I give it like that 3 point stop area. Then I trail it. For the scalp, I just give like 3 points just because I know these type of erratic movements happen sometimes. And normally those erratic movements push up 2 to 2.5 points above, so that's why I give it the 3 point little buffer area. I got short here. Nice 4 points, right? But we're just going for quick scalps today. Harry, were you still in the position long since 29.75? Because if you were, you probably made out big right now. Yeah, we're moving very good today, Dragon. I agree with that. The ATR is sitting at 7, then yeah, that's something to consider. That means prices wants to push through. This is a pretty solid move. But we might continue that trend to the downside, right? We have that potential. Overall trend is still down. Yesterday, sell off, as well as overnight sell off. So that's something to keep in mind. Nice to see a nice reversal here. No pressure from sellers just yet. Not seeing any pressure from the sellers just yet, so buyers are still pushing. Let's see, can we break out of our resistance level this time or hit it to the tick this time? Started bouncing back a little bit, dancing. Will we continue this? Off? Don't know yet. This might just be a little pullback if the buyers just want to push back in. Doesn't seem like sellers are strong yet. No price is pushing down. That's like when you have to understand, right? When you're trying to make a bigger move like this, you know, 1, 2 candles push back up, 1, 2 candles push back up. It's very normal. Let's see, we have high volume conducted right around 33.40. So let's see if we can get down there and then bounce back off. Scalp the end of this game. The short sellers are finally gaining some control. That's a L. I'm not entering. I don't like that. It's tempting. It's super tempting. I just want to go for a quick 1 point scalp right here. Damn, we would have filled right there, but that's okay. If we're in doubt, we shouldn't be trading. That had me doubted. That's why I canceled it. I'm glad I canceled it. Matter of discipline at that point. Even though we would have got another 1 point right there, because I wanted to get in right at the close of that candle, the low of this candle, but that would require a higher stop because sometimes in my buffer, and I don't want to have a higher stop today. Past couple of days, kind of just going for quick scalps. Nothing too crazy is happening. And the moves are kind of sporadic in the sense like quick pump. But that would have been a quick 1 point. But that's okay. Even though it gave me that 1 point, this is exactly the reason like I'd have been scared to get into that. That's why I was doubtful. Such a big move. Look, bigger pullbacks can happen, right? Price can just jump up again before it wants to continue down. That would stop me out. And for these type of scalp plays, I don't want to go in for the second test. It's just about being in and out. Am I tired? Long day. But yeah, for today, right now we're up 200. It's only like less than 2 minutes, right? Who knows? We might just enter a little bit of a chop right around this area, around that 200 EMA. No moves for my algo today. Nothing yet. Candlestick formation right here. Could be a little bit of chop before we try to push up again. Got it, Enzo. Just looked at it. Like we're just trying to bounce off of that high volume node of the day, right? We look right here, where mouse is, much clear bounce off of it. Yeah, and so the EMA is a 200. That has always been the one I used. I prefer that over all the other ones just because it's a clear indication of the trend direction. And it's where most of the good bounce plays happen as well. Only when it hasn't touched it in a while, right? If it's like really close to it most of the time, buffering around it, then I don't get into it. But in days like this where, you know, push down completely and then we push up, 200 EMA acts as a nice little bounce area. $33.40 and yeah, there's no volume conducted overnight because we saw that overnight there's barely any resistance happening here. So that's why even before when I said break through the high volume node right here around 330, right? Easy move to the high volume node happened perfectly, right? This move right here was just a break right through high volume node to high volume node. And it had another thing going for it, which was breaking out of the morning range as well. So it broke through the high volume node from the overnight, then pushed up completely to the next high volume node, and it's a clear like volume profile play. You're using the 221 and the WeWeb? Yeah, those are good. 21 EMA tells you the most recent trend. There's a trend shift happening. Very useful. And if you want to test stuff out, try the 5 EMA and the 21 EMA crossover. As long as it's in the same trend with the 200 EMA, you'll find some good opportunities there as well. This just looks like a little bit of chop area, guys. I'm just pulled back from it right now. I don't really like it. Right, Enzo? It's nice. I used to trade that a good amount before. The only thing you have to be careful is, again, identifying where the chop is and then understanding where high resistance points are. It's a very easy, simple method that you can use. Want to start up a new chart, set it up. He's obviously nothing's happening for me. Nothing I like at the moment. Yeah. D. $21. Indicate 5. Color for the 21 white. Make the 5 purple so it's just easier, more visible to see, right? Oh, Chris, that sucks, man. Like, yeah, having internet issues if you're trading is like the worst thing that could happen to you. Hopefully everything gets better for you pretty quick. Maybe they fix your connection pretty fast. So the one thing you have to watch out for with the 521 crossover, right? Sometimes we get that crossover, but then we'll try to enter here, but then it pulls back, it'll stop us out, and it'll end up continuing. Those are the moments you have to be very careful about. it's like if price break, you get that crossover, and then you try to get that once it like retests the 21 and you get in. I feel like that works out pretty much a lot better. But then you'll have moves like this where it's small. Because obviously any strategy, it can't win 100% of the time. It will have areas where it fails, but then there's going to be days where it's like it catches the big moves, right? Got in here, continuously held. You could have caught that whole move until like the next cross. Crossed right here just a little bit. You could have exited there, entered up here. And if you want to make it smoother, obviously Aikanashi. But I'm just gonna go back to my price action candle right now. There we go. Yeah, we're just testing the 200 EMA, which is very common. Like I've always said, is after a nice move up and we haven't really been close to the 200 EMA, we end up bouncing back and forth, and that's exactly what we have been doing. But yeah, Enzo, you can test it out, 521, do some back testing with it for yourself to see how well it works. You can catch the big moves as well with it. One thing you can keep as like a filter in your mind is if it's below the 200 EMA, the overall trend is already down, right? And then you want to look for crossovers that happen to the downside. So the 1.5 EMA crosses below the 21 EMA when it's already below the 200 EMA. That's more likely to be a better move than just going for every single cross. And vice versa, if it prices above the 200 EMA, it indicates, okay, we're in like a bullish trend at the moment, and we want to look for crosses for the 5 and 21 when 5 crosses above the 21, getting a move to the upside. Yeah, that resistance level is really acting well now. It's like it's bouncing. It just bounced off again. Wants to dance. Let's see. This was the second test of the day. Third test was right here. Fourth, kind of. Now it wanted to break through. Right around the third or fourth test, normally we'll get that big pump up. That's exactly what's happening. Let's see if buyers can control and hold. Yeah, now we're just getting that clear push. I think I might just end the stream early today, guys. I might still look at the markets, but I just have a lot more stuff to do today, so I need time for that today. But I will be back tomorrow, and if you guys are still trading for the rest of the day, good luck with your trades. Hope you guys bring some profits, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.